I woke up at 3:40 something in the morning with 3 inches of water in the apartment, and I proceeded to call my husband. I was 9 months pregnant at the time, and I started packing a bag. So we have some belongings of ours since I knew we were probably losing everything.
The road that I was taking to get home, there was a river basically going across that road, and everybody, including semis, were stopped and couldn't go anywhere. And so I had to turn around and go back.
Water was rising quickly from 3 inches all the way to 4 feet in a very short amount of time. If I wasn't 9 months pregnant, I would probably be walking out there. I wouldn't care. But because I had somebody else with me, I was kind of worried. 2 firemen carried me from the window all the way to my neighbor's. The ambulance was there, and you know, they were ready to take me to the hospital.
It was devastating. You saw that people had lost everything. And then when you saw where the watermark was and where we were standing, organizing efforts would have been 5 to 7 feet underwater just days before.
You know, I was just stunned. I was born in Columbia and raised here, and I live here, and said if anyone knew this was happening, they'd be here. You know, somebody needs to help these people because there's nobody here. And it was probably one of the hardest hit areas.
One of our members had taken some of the water out to give out to individuals, and stumbled upon an apartment complex with a larger Hispanic population. And he used his cell phone to call his son, who was at BYU, to help translate for him. And so he was able to communicate as he was giving out the water, and they were very thankful. But he asked his son, he said, "What did he say?" And he said, "They're hungry." So he was able to call some local restaurants to provide food. Everyone felt a compulsion to help their fellow man.
When I saw hundreds of yellow vests there to volunteer in the pouring rain on a Saturday after the flood, I was completely blown away. To see the LDS vests, you know, that was, we were hoping for 100 volunteers, and to have hundreds.
Within a short amount of time, it was not just our stake, but a multi-stake effort where the individuals were able to come in, and we had 250 volunteers on Saturday and another 200 volunteers on Sunday.
At first it just seemed like kind of daunting, all the work we'd have to do, but the moment I realized how serious of a toll it would take on people's emotional and spiritual health, it kicked into being so much more than just demolishing homes.
So put on a jumpsuit and get under a house is probably one of my favorite things to do, because you gotta crawl through all the mud and all this grime, and it makes you feel accomplished that you're doing something good for someone. I mean,
I never thought I would be on a mission trying or learning how to take those things out. That's not something that I thought I'd ever have to do. But I got underneath a house in a nice jumpsuit and went and drug stuff out of the basement.
I don't think they ever talked about flood relief. They said, you know, go around and do service, but I didn't think I'd ever spend, you know, days at a time doing demo work and helping people tear down their houses.
this is what Christ did when he was on the earth, so all he did was serve. We have no instance in the Bible where he served himself. So I think it was really cool to show our religion in action, to show that we do care about the community, and that since we love Christ and we want to help and serve his children, that's the way we showed it.
That's not something everybody gets when they see them on their bikes, and it's a shame. If everyone got to work with them like I did, what an amazing witness that is.
The missionaries have, just nonstop. If I call them, they're here, and they show up, and they come, they work, and they do the job until it's done. So it's, you don't have to worry about following behind them to make sure that things get done or that they're done the right way. They're just happy to be here. Anytime that I've said thank you, they're like, no, thank you for letting us be here, which to me is awesome.
So I got a text from a bishop in our stake, and he asked if I had seen this picture. So I zoomed in on my iPhone. It said, thank you, Mormons. I love the Mormons. And that was just very touching that we were able to impact a lot of people in a positive way.
I felt comfort and I felt love, and it was through the members actually that you feel the Savior's love, is because they're there for you.
The Savior has set an example for us, and we intend to follow that example. Our testimonies will reflect that in our actions. And as we bear witness of our Savior Jesus Christ, it's important that we understand what our Savior has done for us, and we need to continue to follow that example.